Morning, everybody. Just wanted to get something off my chest that I've been thinking about for many years now, dealing with the men's issues conversation. And I think it's that a lot of people in the space, the manosphere, I guess you could say, they have a focus on measuring a man's worth by the attention or approval he gets from women. And this has always been a problem, I think, because it betrays men's essence in a way. Let me try to explain. Men obviously want the love and companionship of women for a number of reasons. Like they want someone that will be a counterpart to them, that will encourage them and support them, and hopefully raise a family with them. This is like how we've done it since we've crawled out of the primordial ooze, or Adam and Eve left the garden, however you want to put it together. Um, and I think that what's happened is that we've become too earthly over time, and men need a purpose. They need a higher calling. They need something outside of get a woman. And one of the problems I see in the manosphere space is that a lot of these guys, these I don't want to say PUAs, but like these kind of red pilled guys, a lot of them are talking about a man's existence as something that is a means to an end, you know. And I understand that, and I have sympathy for that position, but I think it's a product of our materialist worldview. And I think that men have a hole in them, a hole that has to be filled with a higher calling, a higher purpose, and that women can be a part of that. But feminism has pushed women away from men, and it's pushed men away from themselves, and all of these other sort of earthly or worldly thoughts. So men and women are experiencing a void in themselves. Men need the void to be filled by a greater purpose, something transcendent, you know, and women need theirs filled by men. I mean, I think that's just the reality. Women have to, realize that, like, when you look at the rates and statistics around happiness, um, neither men or women are happy. And this male loneliness epidemic that people are just now starting to see is, it's so like that no one knows what to do, because all of their solutions involve, either things with the state, like there's governments that are trying to mandate people or figure out ways to use laws to build bonds, and women are not having children because they're delaying their family for career and girl bossing, and none of this is working. Where our population is imploding, we're going to be all of those leftist systems, that those safety nets, they're not unsustainable if there are no people to like pay into it. Our infrastructure is going to go away. All of it's going to be lost, and all of it because nobody wants to admit that they're wrong about their life choices, and they're wrong that they about like either prioritizing career or prioritizing material wealth or whatever it is. And so if we want to live in a world that is less material, we have to be more beyond, I guess, the earthly pleasures. Men have to find something higher than women, and women have to find something higher than material. And that's where, I mean, if we don't change course, that's where we're going. I mean, we're already heading there now. So, and I just wanted to say this because I've been noticing, this for a while. I remember when I would talk about, like MGTOW, for example, and I understood the logic behind it, but I also worried that going MGTOW is basically giving feminists what they want, which is for men and women not to pair up. And I thought that it was kind of like it's not a good long-term strategy, and women are not really wising up to it. I mean, if you look at the Barbie movie and the reaction to it, and it's essentially anti-love, anti-family, anti-children, anti-men, and in a way anti-woman too. And most women, the average woman that saw it, thought it was genius and thought it was the greatest thing ever, which shows how disconnected from reality and like their own choices they are, or in how in denial about how unhappy they actually are is. So when you look at that, and then you look at writings from feminists, I did a show yesterday with Teal Deer. Go check it out at Badger Live Streams with Allison, and he was reading through a bunch of old feminist literature, and essentially they were making the argument that women have a void in them and that patriarchy created it. That's not true. Women have a void in them because men are not able to fill it, because they don't want men to do so, and they think it can be replaced with things like power or wealth or acquisition of the material or whatever they mean when they say freedom, and none of it works. So I think that we have to stop denying ourselves the reality of our biology, our essence, our soul, whatever you want to call it, and people have to get with the program. A natural order has been disrupted and inverted, and it's been like this for decades, and we're feeling the sting of it, and we probably have been for a long time. So I don't know if I'm like making any sense. I'm just sort of rambling, but I'm just saying that like this is not sustainable. So guys, think about what it is you want and what it is that you care about that is beyond yourself and beyond a woman's approval. And ladies, really ask yourself if like the career, education, etc. path is what you want, and it's not just a family. I mean, if we're going to make any, I guess, progress, I think C.S. Lewis said something like, progress is not always going in like the direction of the new. Sometimes you have to like change course to something that's more sensible. So I think that's where we are right now. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. And thanks for hanging out. And sorry if this was too rambly. Talk to you later.